You owe it to you, not to your parents, not to your teachers, not to your friends, not to society. You owe it to yourself. That fire you feel inside, that little voice that whispers that you're made for something more, that's not imagination, that's purpose. And purpose doesn't come with a manual. It doesn't come with a schedule or a guaranteed outcome, but it does come with a responsibility. You are the one who has to carry it forward. You are the one who must rise again and again, even when no one is watching, even when no one believes, even when it's just you standing in front of the mirror asking, "Can I really do this?" And the answer is yes, you can. But more importantly, you must, because this life is not a rehearsal. You don't get to rewind the clock and try again. You don't get to outsource your dreams to someone else. You owe it to you. Too many people wait. They wait for permission, they wait for clarity, they wait for the stars to align, for the noise to stop, for the right moment to arrive. But that moment, it's not coming. The right time is a myth. The perfect setup is a lie. Life isn't going to slow down to accommodate your doubts. You owe it to yourself to stop waiting and start doing. You owe it to yourself to stop doubting and start building. You owe it to yourself to stop hiding and start showing up, not half-heartedly, not just when it's convenient, but fully, boldly, like someone who knows they were born for this. This world doesn't need another person playing small. It needs people who show up for themselves, who do the work, face the fear, and push forward regardless of who's clapping. Every time you choose to procrastinate, every time you silence your own voice to fit in, every time you prioritize comfort over growth, you rob yourself of becoming the person you're capable of being. And that's a tragedy far greater than any external failure, because you are capable, you are enough, not someday, not once you've achieved more, not after you've impressed others, right now as you are. You owe it to yourself to believe that, to own it, to live like it. This isn't about arrogance, it's about responsibility. It's about not betraying the gifts you've been given. It's about looking yourself in the eyes every single day and saying, "I will not abandon myself. I will not settle. I will not shrink. I owe it to me to try." And trying means effort. It means falling and standing up again. It means enduring pain and using it as fuel. It means choosing the harder path, the less popular path, the road where few cheer you on. That's where growth happens. That's where transformation lives. There's no easy way around it, no shortcut, no magic formula, just effort, consistent, disciplined, focused effort. And if you're looking for motivation, here it is. No one is coming to do it for you. No one can. That mountain was placed in front of you for a reason, not to stop you, but to show you how much strength you've been carrying all along. You owe it to yourself to climb it, step by step, day by day. So when the alarm rings and it's easier to stay in bed, remember, you owe it to you. When the work is boring and no one's recognizing your effort, remember, you owe it to you. When fear says you're not good enough, remember, you owe it to you. Not to prove anyone wrong, not to earn applause, but because you refuse to be someone who quits on themselves, because you know that self-respect is earned in those quiet moments when no one's watching, when you choose the hard thing, the right thing, over and over again. That's how greatness is built, not in one moment, but in thousands of small ones. And it starts with a decision, to show up for yourself every single day. And showing up for yourself isn't a one-time decision. It's a commitment you renew every single day. It's the understanding that the results you dream of won't arrive by chance, but by choice. You don't stumble into a meaningful life. You build it, piece by piece, action by action, belief by belief. And sometimes that means doing the hard things when nobody is watching. It means having the discipline to stay focused when distractions are pulling you in every direction. It means saying no to comfort, to convenience, to the easy way out. Because deep down you know the truth. The cost of avoiding your potential is far greater than the cost of discipline, sacrifice, or temporary discomfort. You owe it to you to face the reality you've been avoiding. To stop pretending that someday you'll get serious about your life. Someday is today. And if you wait for motivation to carry you, you'll wait forever. You don't need to feel like doing it. You just need to do it. Because action creates momentum, and momentum builds belief. Too many people live their lives hoping they'll feel ready, but readiness isn't a feeling. It's a decision. It's the moment you say, I've had enough. I refuse to keep playing small. I choose to bet on myself now. That's where everything begins, not when the world believes in you, but when you believe in yourself enough to take the first step. There will be days when your confidence shakes, when your progress feels invisible. When the results don't match your effort, that's normal, but it's in those moments that most people give up. They say, maybe I'm not cut out for this, maybe I should settle, but not you, not anymore. Because you've decided that your life matters, that your dream matters, that you matter, and people who understand that keep going, even when the way forward isn't clear. They build faith in the dark. They keep showing up until the light returns, because they know what's at stake. Becoming someone they're proud of, living a life they don't regret. You owe it to you to be that person. Don't let other people's opinions shape your self-worth. Don't let rejection write your story. Don't let failure become your identity. All of those are just moments, not definitions. The only thing that defines you is what you do next. When you fall, do you get up? When you're doubted, do you keep believing? When you're tired, do you still show up? Because how you show up for yourself in those moments says everything. It's easy to be confident when things go well. But real confidence is forged in adversity. It's built in the gym when no one's watching, in the late nights of grinding when no one's clapping, in the quiet battles you fight within your own mind. That's where greatness begins. People often say, I don't want to be selfish. But there's nothing selfish about investing in your own growth. You can't pour into others from an empty cup. When you become your best self, you lift the people around you. You inspire your family, your team, your community. You show others what's possible, not because you're perfect, but because you're willing to do the work. You owe it to you to become that kind of leader. Not a leader by title, but a leader by example. Someone who doesn't need to shout to be heard, because your life speaks louder than words. Your consistency, your humility, your strength. That's your message. And yes, the road will test you. You'll lose people. You'll make mistakes. You'll have to unlearn old habits and build new ones from scratch. But that's the price of elevation. That's what growth requires. You must let go of who you were in order to become who you're meant to be. You owe it to you to make that trade, to shed the old stories, the excuses, the blame, and step fully into responsibility. Because once you take responsibility, you take back your power. You stop waiting for someone to come save you. You become the hero of your own story. And when it's all said and done, when the days have turned into years and your story is almost complete, you'll look back, not with regret, but with gratitude. Gratitude that you didn't give up. Gratitude that you chose to try, to believe, to fight for something greater than fear. You'll remember the moments that tested your limits, and instead of pain, you'll feel pride. Because you'll know, deep in your bones, that you did not abandon yourself. You showed up. You stayed committed. You carried the weight when it was heavy. You did the hard things even when no one told you to. You honored the calling inside you, and that, more than anything, is what it means to live fully, not to have the easiest life, but to live the most honest one, to become everything you were capable of becoming. You owe it to you to leave no potential on the table. You owe it to you to break the cycle of excuses, of self-doubt, of waiting for life to hand you what you were always meant to build. You owe it to you to show the world what happens when one person decides to go all in, not halfway, not just when it's convenient, but with every breath. You owe it to you to stop chasing permission and start granting yourself the freedom to pursue your purpose with urgency, clarity, and heart. Because in the end, it's not about applause, it's not about approval, it's about peace. The peace of knowing that you gave it everything you had, so stand up, speak up, do the work, face your fears, keep your promises to yourself. Wake up every day and remind yourself who you are and what you're fighting for. You are not average, you are not ordinary, you are capable of extraordinary things, not because someone else said so, but because you've chosen to believe it. You've chosen to act like it, you've chosen to live like it, and in doing so, you give others permission to do the same. That's how the world changes, not by noise, but by example, and it all begins with a simple truth.